welcome back to Talkin' Texas Forever, a Friday Night Lights podcast. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Liz.
And we're here. It's the season 4 finale. How? We're discussing season 4, episode 13, titled Thanksgiving, written by Jason Katims and directed by Michael Waxman. Original air date February 10th, 2000. And I wrote 2023 again. Guys, I did this last week, 2010. Why do I keep doing that?
I don't know.
And you know what's crazy? Okay, so when I look up...
Do you not copy and paste?
I do copy and paste, but I am erasing 2023 and be like, that's not right, 2010. What is wrong with me?
We'll forgive you. Maybe next season you'll get it right.
Don't count on it. Okay, February 10th. At least I have the right date. Imagine if I was like June 20, whatever. Okay, so summary for this episode. The Taylors host Thanksgiving dinner. Julie and Landry receive an interesting proposition. Tim makes a difficult decision, and the East Dillon get ready to take on the Panthers.
Sure do.
This is what you've been waiting for all season, it feels like.
I know. And it delivered. It definitely delivered.
Are you happy?
Of course, I'm happy with the outcome for sure. Yeah. I did predict it. Yeah. I also thought midway that I was like, you know what? They might do this whole trickery where you think they're going to win, and then at the last second, you know, the final touchdown or whatever is going to go to the Panthers.
You did say that halfway.
I did, because I was like, oh, come on. No way they're going to like wrap it up in a shiny box.
Yeah.
But they did, and I'm happy that they won and that the Panthers don't get to go to state because of them. I'm into it.
Yeah.
Of course.
And also, because when the episode ended, Liz was like, how is this the finale? It doesn't feel like it. And I said, because we're not taking a break. You know, after tonight, you make your predictions, you go home, we'll be back next week.
It's true.
There's no long breaks. Like we're so used to on our podcast taking months off.
Months, yeah.
And we're not doing that.
Or even just weeks, but usually months. And so we're not doing that. And I feel, emotionally, I was guarded because I knew that we were going to go into next week and I was going to be able to like get my, just what's the word I'm looking for?
Resolutions?
I guess so. Or just
predictions answered?
Yeah, basically, you know, the stuff with Tim and Billy, while that was very moving, I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to see how it unfolds next week.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, let's start with Tammy. So she's getting ready to make her statement. So as we know, last week, Paul came over and was like, here's the statement that you need to make, AKA here's the apology.
Yeah. And she's like preparing it. She's like practicing it.
Right. And we see her in the mirror and she's like, I'm sorry for what I did. I'm sorry for what I caused. And she also has to have a meeting to decide on how they're going to go forward. So we have this conference. She gets up there and we see her with her folder, right? So she opens it. So we know the apology's written and she says, I did what I thought was best and I always had the students at heart and their interest at heart. And that's all I could do.
Yeah, mic drop, gotta go.
No apology.
She walked out. Luke's mom was like, they told me she was going to apologize. I'm going to get her fired. And she's like mocking her to coach. And I was like, this is so good.
So good. And I'm so happy that, and we knew this though, like you said, but that Tammy did go this route.
Yes.
Even though it's extremely stressful because now as we see her deal with this, like, what if I get fired?
What if I get fired? What am I going to do? What does that mean for our family and our financial situation? And for me personally.
Right. Because now coach is on, like football season is over. Not to say that he doesn't have a job. But what does he do? I guess he does the health.
He grades papers.
Right? That's what was he, the administrator of health? Health administrator?
Is he?
Remember he was given that title back,
but at
Dillon,
at West Dillon though. So I don't know about at East Dillon if that's what he's able to do. But hey, maybe he does like some sort of, like health program, like does something with sports, like coach it, like a gym teacher or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's TBD. We really don't. Well, I don't think we'll ever know.
I feel like we've talked about this, but I really don't remember, or it just doesn't stick. I don't know what coaches do when they're not coaching in the school setting.
Well, I feel like coaches in our high school, they taught gym. Like the one I remember specifically, like my gym teacher was also the track coach.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, Miss Perlmutter.
No, the men's track coach. But I
okay.
didn't have prom on her.
Do you remember her?
It sounds so familiar.
She was a coach. She had long black hair. She was really nice. I had her in junior high. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so Tammy goes to this meeting and she's there with a lawyer and she's talking to the superintendent, and they decided she's going on administrative leave. This is what they offer her. She'll be paid, but she's off for 6 months until they decide what's going to happen. And so the lawyer's going back and forth with Paul and is like, if you do this to her, this could be a lawsuit. Like repercussions can happen. And
right. He's like, we know what this means. You're essentially firing her.
Right. And he's like, we're not doing that. And Tammy's like, can I chime in here? I don't want this. I want to go where I'm needed. I want to be the counselor at East Dillon.
I did not predict this. I'm shocked that I didn't. But is that like the right thing?
So like, okay.
Different school, but still district.
No, because Luke is attending East Dillon.
Right. So now she's going to go where her son goes. So it's even like more of a slap in the face to her, which is fine by me.
No, I know.
But also that doesn't make any sense.
I don't understand how they're like, okay, or will this happen? Or sure, this is even an option. You counseled a kid, which they're accusing you of getting an abortion, right? You counseled a kid to get an abortion at East Dillon. But now you're allowed to be the counselor. I don't get it. I don't get it.
It's the school district that you were unable to coach, essentially, because that wasn't your district or your student. But now she'll be your student.
She'll be counseling directly Becky.
That makes zero sense. I didn't even think about it like that. It makes absolutely no sense.
I don't get it.
I guess this is like the device. The writers are like, let's have Coach and Mrs. Coach both go to the same school now. It's easier for everyone. I mean, that makes sense for like the final season, right?
Yeah, I
guess.
guess.
They would come and be at the same school. But
also, we are live tonight, which is one of our Patreon perks. So if anybody in the live right now
knows anything,
can chime in. We'll read this in the second half about what they think about Tammy becoming a counselor at East Dillon. Like, I'm here for it, but it just doesn't make sense to me.
So far, nothing. I mean, it is a little delayed, but Mike said that the coaches at their schools were also teachers, but for all subjects, like not just for gym.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it is Thanksgiving, and the Big Panther and Lion game is taking place the Friday after. And so the Taylors are hosting. Naturally, you predicted this. Coach tells Tammy, oh, by the way, Buddy's coming. And she's like, Buddy can't come because Angela's coming. And all Buddy's going to do is, flirt with Angela. It makes sense that Buddy would go. I don't understand why the Colettes are going, which leads to the Riggins, but also the Saracens.
Right. The Saracens make a hair of more sense.
But Buddy makes sense too.
And Buddy, but the Colettes and the Riggins, not so much. However, of course, I loved watching everyone in the same room. That's always the best.
Of course. And then we have the comical part, and Buddy is so proud of his deep fried turkey. Grandma Luann loves the deep fried turkey. And Tammy just keeps saying, like, mine was roasted and I went to the farm, and it's kind of like this weird turkey off
competition.
Yeah.
Right. Like he had to bring his own turkey and his own
the
deep fryer.
But that's Buddy.
Yes.
That is Buddy.
We know.
Billy also gives his speech and during the meal, how thankful he is for his family, how thankful he is for Tim. We'll get to them in a second. But it was sweet. It was sweet that Billy made his speech. I'm sure Coach and Tammy are just like, sure, let's just add the weirdness to this situation.
Like, does the whole town know that they were like questioned? And
yeah, well, Becky knows.
Obviously knows. I don't know how she found out.
I don't know. I don't
even want to talk about her. I know we have to do that soon, but
yeah, we're gonna get to her. So Julie, she goes over before Thanksgiving. She goes over to the Saracens to be like, hey, Luann, I can give you a ride to our house on Thanksgiving. And she's like, you don't have to do that. Matt has a rental car. Matt's home.
Is her name Luann?
Mm-hmm. That's her name in real life, and it's her name on the show, Luann.
I thought her name was Grandma Lorraine.
Well, I think it's Luann. Like, her name in real life is Luann.
I've been calling her Lorraine this whole time.
Maybe Lorraine. You might be. Is it Lorraine or Luann?
For 4 seasons, I've been calling her Lorraine this whole time. I'm embarrassed.
Don't be embarrassed. I think you're right. Lorraine Luann. I think you're right on Lorraine.
Luann.
Isn't that fun?
The name Luann always reminds me of Hairspray when they do like the Becky. And you know what I'm talking about?
Lorraine.
On the Corny Collins show.
Lorraine is right.
Oh my God.
But her name is Luann.
In real life?
In real life, her
That's
name is
amazing.
And I, because full disclosure, it's finale, right? And I remember nothing of 5. And so I went on our list today, our roster of like who's on the island, who's not.
Right. You were making sure grandma wasn't dead.
Ooh, well, I know she wasn't dead. She didn't die in this episode.
No, I know, but maybe she will.
Right. And so I was like, okay. And in my mind, I've just been calling her Luann. Okay, Lorraine.
Well, Luann is a super cute name.
Yeah. Luann Stevens plays Lorraine Saracen.
That's so funny. Same initials.
Yes.
Mike just had a thought. He says maybe because it's not a principal status for Tammy, it's just a counselor. It's not as serious. But still, she's going to the devil's lair there. Like that is where they do not want her. So I don't get that.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah. But yeah, so Matt again is in town and didn't even tell. Like, you know,
right. Well,
doesn't reach out.
He didn't reach out to anyone. You think he would reach out to Landry though? Hey man, I'm coming home.
Yeah.
Would you like to hang out for a few days? And it just baffles my mind. And when I saw him, I was just so angry.
I know.
But then as soon as I saw his face, I was like, I love you.
Well,
but I'm so mad at you. So mad.
Like, obviously, Julie's upset, and then they go grocery shopping together.
Right. Why did we have to do that?
Which was
I would not want to be anywhere near him. I would be like, please, I'll avoid you. I can't be near you. Because if I'm near you, then I'm going to want to be with you.
Well, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think there was so much happening in this episode that we didn't really have them. They had a conversation at the end, but they go grocery shopping. She's short with him. Then they eat Thanksgiving dinner together. And then they're cuddling with a blanket where they had sex for the first time.
It was so quick.
It felt right. But she says, like, it's really hard to stay mad at you.
I'm sure it is. I totally sympathize.
He also was like, hey, I bought you a ticket to come to Chicago. And I'm so glad. And we were so glad where she's like, I'm not going to Chicago. I can't go to Chicago because I'll never go after my own dreams.
Yeah. He's still not sorry enough.
He's not
sorry enough.
He's like, I miss you.
Right. And he doesn't say, he just like, I understand how deeply I hurt you. How could I have possibly done such a thing? He doesn't say any of that. He's just like, I miss you.
Well, he says,
you're my person, you know? Like,
if I said goodbye to you, I wouldn't have left.
Okay, but you still could have then maybe wrote a letter, wrote an email, picked up the phone, texted the next day. Hey, look, I did head to Chicago. I'm so sorry. I just needed to get out because if I knew I'd see you, then I wouldn't leave. But here I am. I'm safe. Let me take some time to myself. I mean, we talked about this 100 times already.
Yeah, I know. It's old.
I know. You guys are exhausted. I'm just exhausted watching Matt not really understand fully like what he did.
Yeah.
Especially, and then you watch him with Landry and he's like, it's like the same aloof way. I'm like, but that's your best friend. You didn't even call or text your friend.
No. Well, that's the other thing, right? So
Is
it's
that
like
hard?
You couldn't say goodbye to Julie. She's your love. You were afraid you weren't going to leave. But then to do that to Landry.
Right. Were you afraid Landry was going to hold you back here? Like, don't go?
I don't buy that. And then he shows up to Landry before the game and he's like, hey man, and Landry's like, no, because you know Landry just got broken up with Jess because Jess has feelings for Vince. And Matt also didn't reach out to Landry when he moved, like we keep saying, and so Landry shuts the door in her face like, no. And then Matt has the audacity to say he's just like a girl.
I know. I was like, was that supposed to be funny?
Which is also just
That's
so dated.
not funny.
We don't say that anymore.
But it just wasn't even
It's not funny.
That wasn't even funny.
It's not funny. And I think that was just like a really unnecessary thing to say.
Right. And normally, like, I'm not this like feminist and he's like, oh, you can't say shit like that. But like, it really did not need to be there at all. It just doesn't make any sense. And like out of character for Matt. Again.
I agree. And like your best friend can't be pissed off at you.
Right.
No, Matt. You also, like, the fact that you think you can just come back home and think everybody is going to forgive you, and the girl that you loved and are in love with is just going to come to Chicago, like, this gesture.
Right.
Come
like
on.
he's not thinking that Landry would be just as hurt as what's her name, Julie?
He's out of touch. He's out of touch.
He literally is.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, does he even know Landry goes to East Dillon, doesn't even play for the Panthers anymore? Like, that's how I feel.
Right.
Like, how could you possibly know anything?
Well,
do you
they were
even know
practicing. Oh, sorry. I cracked.
Do you even know who Jess is? You don't know who Jess is.
He has no idea of what's going on
Yeah.
in Landry's life. Moving on. Okay, so like I said, gearing up to this game, Mayor Rardell, she's like making her speech. She's like, this is the Subway Series. This is the big cat clash.
Essentially.
Right. We see Coach is getting ready. You could tell he's nervous. He gives the team such a great pep talk of like, do we have the resources? We don't. Do I think we can beat the Panthers? I don't. I know we can.
I know.
It was so, and like how far these boys have come when you think of episode 1, episode 2 of this season. How much of a leader Vince has become. Luke and Vince.
I know. I love
hugging
all of it.
in this. We love all of it.
And even Coach saying like, regardless of what happens on the field, you all will leave with a bond that will not be broken.
Right.
Like you're brothers now.
It warms my heart.
I loved it.
Yeah, even though he has practice on Thanksgiving, but
yeah, but then
we'll get over it.
He was like kind of joking with them, and then was like, "You good? All right, you can go home. You can go home."
Yeah, like dismisses them one by one. Luke also, which has been like a theme throughout this season, is him just wanting the praise from Coach, and so we know Luke is hurt. Here's another gripe I have with this episode, besides the other things I mentioned with the Tammy stuff. Luke was severely hurt. Like severely hurt. Hit it from the team, hit it from Coach. He can't play, right? And so he goes into Coach's office and he's like, I might go to St. Pat's and St. Pat's might recruit me and blah, blah, blah. And Coach is like, great, good for you. And Luke is like, you're not going to try to keep me? And Coach is like, you lied to me. You also can't play in Friday's game.
Right. And here up to this point, I'm like, well, you're injured. That's why you're not playing in the game. And also, like, Coach is mad at you. So what's St. Pat's going to do with you if you're an injured player? Like, that didn't make any sense to me.
Well, I think Luke thought he'd be playing in this game. And then St. Pat's could look at him and be like, they would be attending this game to watch him. But they've obviously been watching him the whole time.
Right.
But it also, it's not like months have gone by. Like, did he magically get healed?
I know.
Am I missing something here?
No, you're not.
I mean, hey, listen, I was calling Grandma Luann this whole episode.
I mean, you're not far off though.
I know I've said Lorraine on other episodes.
You definitely have to. I'm like, I didn't just make this name up, did I? Like, where did it come from?
Yeah. But anyway, we get to the game. It's super nerve-wracking, right? Because we're like, oh my God, are the Panthers going to win or the Lions going to win? And it starts off a little, not great.
Well, the Panthers get a touchdown like within seconds.
Of course. But Vince is, he's playing a great game. And Tinker's doing great. And then Landry fumbles his kick. And then they decide to put Luke in. So Luke is okay. I know,
Coach is like my secret weapon. I'm just going to throw him in last minute. The Panthers didn't know this was coming.
Go Fours.
Because they go Fours. Like, yeah.
I don't know, right?
It's not working. Something's not making sense.
But yet at the same time, I'm sitting here. I have knots in my stomach and rooting for this. Because I want them to win.
Of course. And then I'm thinking to myself, watch Luke get even more injured and then Coach being so upset with himself that he put him in the game to begin with. And I'm like waiting for all this drama to happen. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, he's fine? He's fine.
It does happen. Also, were you thinking, and maybe I'm just thinking way too much and I have to move on because obviously the episode doesn't care and the writers don't care that we think this way.
Well, we care.
But Luke's parents are in. They're watching him and they're there for the game, right?
Mm-hmm. Support.
Do Luke's parents not know that the injury came out? Like, did they don't care how injured he was? That got healed that quickly? Dude, my rib still hurts.
I know.
And I broke it 6 weeks ago.
Right.
What? And Luke is like taking hits. He is like flying through the air.
Yeah, and there I am too. I'm like, the Panthers are going to know what side he is, and they're going to go for that side. Like, I'm just thinking about all of these things, and nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. The big win of the game, the kicker, right? So Luke actually does get taken out. He's like, I'm good, coach. Just give me some time.
Just give me a sec. I'll be right back. Okay.
And so coach puts Landry in and is like, yo, you have to kick the 45, right? And Landry's like, what? And coach is like, I spent 3 years making you a football player. And what's so funny about that statement is I remember when Landry joined the team and coach made Lance the kicker. And he's like, sir, I'm not really a kicker.
Yeah.
He was kind of forced into
that position. He was forced into it.
Landry makes the kick. We have this slow-mo scene. You know, the Lions win. It's great. Like, we're happy.
We're happy. I was happy.
We're happy. Yeah.
I would have loved to like have seen JD's face,
and that's
one
it. By the
last
way,
time. I'm sure it is. I would have loved to see his like smug, pissed off, throwing his helmet on the ground. Like I wanted to see him, and I wanted to see Coach and Joe have an eye to eye. Like fuck you, dude.
Even like let's have like a 3-way look, right?
Or with Buddy,
Coach, and Wade and Joe. Because the thing is, Jeremy was in this episode. We see him and Vince shake hands in the beginning of the episode. They call him out on the field. So it's not like the actor wasn't there.
Right, he was there and Joe McCoy was there.
Yeah, we saw more of
Joe than we saw JD, but
yeah.
I would have loved for Coach to like be the bigger person, but also realize like Joe's watching him do something and we see Joe just so upset or something. I would have loved that gratification.
I agree.
But I'm still happy, obviously, that they won.
Of course. Yeah, after the game, Landry and Matt, they make up. It's cute.
Yeah.
It's sweet.
It's, you know, when you have a lifelong bestie like that, sometimes it doesn't take very long for you to patch things up.
Right. And I'm glad that Landry goes to Chicago with Matt.
Yeah, he's the one who should go.
That's his bestie.
Right. That is his bestie.
Yeah.
Is this, like, what is this time frame situation? It was just like a weekend kind of thing?
Yeah, it's Thanksgiving weekend.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't think too much hard about
it.
Okay. Don't harp on that. Last but not least, we have to talk about Tim and Billy. And so the boys meet with a lawyer to discuss what they're looking at. And so pretty much 1 to 5 years.
Yeah.
In prison.
Yeah.
And so while this is happening, Becky shows up one night at the Riggins and she wants to talk to Tim and she's like, you're a coward. I believed you.
No one asked you.
You're a liar.
Nobody cares about what you think.
You're a liar, 16. Tim Riggins.
I can't stand her. Oh my God, I can't stand her. Where did you come from? Nobody cares how you feel.
I think it was Kim in the group chat tonight where she's like, it's amazing how much we all blocked this out of how long this went on for.
Yeah, it is amazing because you all led me to believe.
I really did.
It was like the entirety of the season. It's the entirety of the season.
And again, like Becky is really playing this naive teenager so well.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Madison is playing Becky very well. It's just, I cannot stand her. And
I cannot stand her.
Why did you have to show up at night to say those words to Tim? What?
Right. Again, is it that divisive? You're nothing, Tim Riggins. And then Tim's like, I need to do something good.
Yeah, the thing is, I think he would have done this
regardless, right?
He was already doing it. He was already going to do it.
With Steven and Mindy and being like, that's his family. He can't lose that now. I don't know what it's like to not have a dad and a mom. Like, he was going to do it regardless. We didn't need Becky to come in and say, you're a piece of shit. And then for him to be like, can you please be my friend? Her be like, yeah, okay.
Right.
I knew that was going to happen.
And then here, one day you'll have my trust again, I hope. And here's my snow globe from my mom.
Collection.
Also, if you ever need anything, your family, I want you to be my friend. My family is your family.
Right. Like if you need anything, go to the Riggins and they'll help you. Which Billy's like, get out of here, kid.
And like,
I got my own kid to deal with.
Did you tell Billy and Mins this plan?
Right. Did they even know about Becky? Does anyone know about Becky?
Do they know about Becky? Tammy knows about Becky.
That's about it.
That's about it. But we have this heartfelt scene where Tim grabs Billy. They have the discussion out on the porch, and he tells him, like, I did it. I'm taking the blame. And Billy's, like, obviously sobbing. I think Derek did a great job in that scene.
Yeah.
Like it made me cry.
Yeah.
Watching Derek cry as Billy. And so Tim goes and turns himself in, and Billy drops him off with Skeeter, throws him his truck keys.
Whew.
And that's it.
That is it.
That is it. Yeah.
I don't know what to think about the Tim Billy stuff because
Okay.
like I said, next week I will know at least a little bit about the situation.
You will.
I can't. I mean, you've made it, for some reason I've gotten in my head, and maybe you've confirmed or made it seem this way, but like no time will pass next season.
I didn't say that.
Okay. I mean, it would make sense if we had a little time pass, you know?
Well, on that, because the people do want to know, let's take a short break.
Yeah, let's do it.
And when we come back, we'll answer all your
You
questions.
guys have to wait for my predictions.
Ooh, stay tuned. Welcome back from break. We're going to start with Kate. She says, I'm really disappointed that we didn't get Tyra in this episode.
I almost thought we might have gotten Tyra.
Why wouldn't she come home for Thanksgiving, especially when her sister just had a baby? Couldn't they have at least mentioned her?
Agreed. I was thinking we might have gotten some Tyra. I really did.
Yeah. Well, we didn't.
We didn't, obviously.
I wonder if there was a deleted scene, if anything, of... They didn't discuss that when I listened to Clear Eyes, Full Hearts, of maybe like just a reference of Tyra.
That's all we need.
Like, oh, Tyra's staying for Thanksgiving. That's all. Like, even Angela could have said that.
Right.
Jacqueline, she says, I was so happy with Julie telling Matt that she can't follow him to Chicago because she needs to follow her dreams and find her own Chicago. Perfection. How long do you think Tim is going to be in jail for? I know Liz went back and forth on this last week, so she may still have conflicting thoughts.
I still have conflicting thoughts. I think maybe he'll go to jail for a year.
Okay.
I think we're going to do like the minimum sentence here. If not anything at all. If not like months. Maybe just months.
Okay.
Because of good behavior. Like something like that.
You know, right. I mean,
you know, it's a television show. We can't have him in there the entirety of season 5.
Right.
He's Taylor Kitsch. You're not really going to throw this guy in jail and call it a day. Unless they're like, you know, weaning us off of Tim as well. But what a shitty way for an ending of a character is like to throw him in jail and then whatever. So I think he'll do like 6 months to a year. And all will be well in the world.
Yeah.
And he'll get some like conjugal visits.
Right.
Call it a day. No. That's Tim. I mean, yeah. Okay. I think, again, like he'll be on his best behavior in prison.
And that's it.
He's not a danger to anyone.
No.
You know?
No. He'll be fine. Kim asks, have y'all ever had a fried turkey? It will change your life.
You know, I have been in the vicinity of fried turkey, but I don't remember it.
What does that mean you were in the vicinity?
I've had a few Thanksgivings where my cousin's ex-husband would fry a turkey, but I don't remember like thinking about it when I was eating the turkey. I don't really love turkey. I'm the wrong person to go with Thanksgiving food. I feel like I've talked about this before. Not maybe on this platform, but somewhere else. But I just, Thanksgiving food is not my jam. I'm not into stuffing turkey. I like cranberry sauce. I'm like the weirdo that likes the green bean casserole. Some mashed potatoes are good. But I don't know. I feel like maybe I took a little turkey and didn't really think anything of it. But I've definitely been in the, you know, place where the turkey has been.
Yeah.
I just don't remember.
I haven't had turkey since I was 13.
Yeah, so probably not.
No. I have definitely never had fried
It's like a
turkey.
dangerous thing to do.
It is a very dangerous thing to do.
You have to do it outside, obviously, because it's
Remember the Gilmore Girls
explode.
episode?
Yes.
Is that the title?
the fried Korean Thanksgiving. Is that what it's called? Where they go to like 7 Thanksgivings. And Jackson and his family are all frying the turkey, and Suki gets drunk because she's like, this is ridiculous.
It's a great Thanksgiving episode.
It is.
It's so good. Thank you, Kim. Will wants to know, where is your Chicago? I think my Chicago is wherever Aunt is.
Oh.
But, I mean, that's where my Chicago is.
Yeah.
It's wherever my love is.
That's so beautiful.
I don't mean to laugh. Like, when I was writing, I'm like, where Anna is, duh. And I'm like, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to maybe as a teenager or as a young person, maybe, I don't know.
If that was the case.
Like if you were Julie's age, where would your Chicago be? I think mine was like California.
California. Well, at that point, I was going for TV and film. So.
Right.
I always wanted to go to California. I wanted to be like Mike from Lincoln Park and go to art school in California.
So there you go.
So there,
That's the answer. California. California.
And yeah, amongst other things. If you were to add one character from the Total Betty shows into that Thanksgiving scene to change it a bit, who would you add and why? So if I wanted to mess things up, put Blair in there.
Well, I was just going to say Blair.
Because she'd be so annoyed. If I wanted to add a sweet flavor, I would add Marissa because she'd be very helpful. And she does great at Thanksgivings.
She does. We witnessed her in Thanksgivings.
Yeah.
Yeah, my initial thought was also Blair, but do we really need so much drama at this?
No, but if we're changing it up,
Thanksgiving table?
I think that's what Will was asked, like, going for.
Yeah. You know who would fit in really nicely here? Mr. Caleb Rivers.
Oh my God. You think so, actually?
Yeah, I think he'd be like, these people are nice. They're giving me food.
He would accept
a
it.
nice,
late.
wholesome family, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I think, obviously, as we say, he's the sketchy Tim Riggins of Pretty Little Liars.
It would be fun to see sketchy Tim Riggins with real Tim Riggins.
Yes.
They would be bros.
Caleb would also be involved with the car stuff.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah.
He would. He would be like getting the money on the side and getting in trouble.
He could be the appropriate age for Becky.
He would at this time. Exactly. So there we go. We made the solution. Caleb will come over. Yeah. Oh, but do we really want Caleb to be with Becky?
No, but
I feel like in the right circumstance, she'd be a really great girlfriend, but she's just very annoying right now.
She would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a fun question. Mike wants to know, would you have been happy if this was the series finale?
No. Of course not.
It could have been, though.
No.
Okay, but just let's pretend.
You know what we want? We want all the people back.
You know you're not getting all the people, though.
But like most?
When you think about it,
I have them mostly.
You do have the most.
But we're missing.
I know you're holding out for a couple.
I'm holding out for
One?
Jason Street, Brian Smash Williams, Lila Garrity, and Tyra Collette.
You sweet baby.
Damn it.
Yeah, you sweet baby.
Okay, at least Jason Street. Okay. We started with Jason Street. We need to end with Jason Street. You know what I'm saying?
But I think, would I have been happy if this was the series finale? No, but I could see this being the series finale.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be like fully satisfied.
No, especially, but like Tim is seen as a hero, even though we feel bad for him.
He really is.
Right?
I was actually like, okay.
Right. We see a change in Billy.
Yes.
And Mindy. The Lions beat the Panthers.
Finally.
What a change. Coach does a great job. Tammy, although has that whole situation, becomes guidance counselor.
Right.
Julie chooses herself.
That's true. We do have all the makings of a great finale, and hence it is a finale. Right. But the series finale, I would be left with a little bit of question.
Where is season 5 going to open up? Will there be a time jump? Do you want me to confirm?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Where do you think we're going to open up?
6 months.
Okay.
6 months. Like I said, Tim is doing his sentencing. Maybe we'll have like another 3 or 4 episodes after that where he's still in jail. Maybe 3 episodes, and then he'll get out of jail and have to get reacclimated in his life again.
Going off of that.
Yeah.
Because this is one of his other questions too. You're predicting this for Tim, but what do you want to see in season 5? Besides, we know you want to see Smash and Jason and Tyra.
No. But I know I don't want to see them like the entirety of season 5. Just like, or just a mention of any of them, you know?
Story-wise, though.
I would love to see more good progression of Vince. I want to see him and his mom grow closer and stronger. And I would love for Jess to be a part of that. Like the 3 Musketeers. I know Aunt Bird's going to be in that situation a little bit too. I just love Jess. When she walks in, it's like, she's just who she is. She's just like, y'all been starting without me. Like, I
know.
She's flawless. Like,
we didn't even talk about that, actually. How Vince had dinner with his mom for Thanksgiving.
Right.
And then Jess brought the pie.
She brought the pie.
Yeah.
And there was looks, you know, like cute, sweet smiles, like, thank you for coming and I crushing on you kind of thing, which I was really into. I was really sad for Landry, but I'm also like, she wasn't fully 2 feet in this the entire time.
Yeah.
So we knew it was coming. I just feel bad that this guy keeps getting shit on by women, but it's only because he's so perfect that they can't keep up with him, you know?
Who?
Landry.
Oh, yes.
Makes me sad. So yes, definitely more story progression for Jess and Vince and his mother, and hopefully on the up, and him not getting involved in trouble anymore. Maybe Jess will really like be a really good role model for him, and he'll want to do better for her, kind of like a Tim Riggins situation, even though it shouldn't be a girl to change you, but it helps in this scenario.
Yeah.
I would love Becky to grow the fuck up, and just she's very much a great portrayal of a teenager where she has so much self-confidence but yet none at all, and she's very forward but yet, and she's not afraid but then she is. And so I would love to watch her grow into that more, and hopefully just get some more friends. She just needs like an outlet to talk to that's not Tim Riggins. While we know Tim is, you know, he's great, he's just, first of all, he's not going to be there, I'm assuming. So you need other people to talk to. And maybe that will be Luke.
And before Tim came along,
who would you have?
Hanging out with? Who were you hanging out with? Yeah.
It's not good.
We semi-discussed this, but Vic wants to know what would you have done if Matt showed up?
If I were to, you
go to the house, you see Matt standing there.
Imagine being blindsided like that. Not prepared. You're not prepared.
You're blindsided by a phone call. Then you're blindsided by the sight.
Right. Like, she hasn't seen him in person in months.
Also, right, you're picking up grandma to come to dinner. So your only thought is grandma's coming to dinner, not Matt.
Not my ex-boyfriend who left me, never talked to me again, calls me out of the blue a few times to tell me he misses me, and I'm still upset. And now I have to face him, and I'm not like, she didn't like prepare herself for it. Like, you need to mentally and physically prepare yourself when you're going to see an ex to be like, no, you need to calm the fuck down. You need to do this.
I think she did great.
You need to look presentable, you know, like, and so she was just like, okay, I'm getting thrown into the wolves. And his attitude, as we've discussed, really just the aloof, it's so bothersome to watch. But then again, it's a lovable face. You're like, oh, there's Matt. He's so good, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, as Julie said, it's hard to stay mad at you for long. And I think I probably would have felt out that day like Julie did. At first, I would have had my guard up and definitely would have been mad. And the more he apologized and groveled, maybe I would, like, you know, let him in a little bit more. But
like I said, I think we're led to believe that they did talk because every scene we saw them in, they got closer and closer and closer, and she was less mad.
Right. So he definitely said things, right?
Yeah, they definitely were hanging out. There's just no way that they weren't. They went to the game together.
Right. Right.
Yeah. And also, last week I said I was going to do some research on Stephen Hannibal. Nothing. I have nothing for you. Derek and Stacy did not talk about the name at all. I listened to Laboring and I listened to their discussion on this episode. Nothing.
Huh.
They talked about the episode. Nothing about the name.
That's bizarre, but okay.
And then
maybe it's supposed to be, maybe it's just a normal name and we're just need to get over this.
Yeah, but there was like a couple of Reddit threads. They're like, are you fucking kidding me? Who names a kid Hannibal? What is that about? Like, they're nothing. So
yeah, no, okay.
Thank you everyone for your questions. Is there anything unanswered that the chat is sounding off about?
No,
they're good.
They're good.
Let's go into our other segments. What was your favorite quote?
My quote was, I know damn well we can beat the Dillon Panthers.
Nice. I have Tammy, I'll get through it.
Yes.
When her and Coach are talking about like how she's going to get through it, and so good.
Did you think of an MVP and shittiest?
Yeah, of course.
I was so overwhelmed.
Yeah, I mean, Jacqueline said there was a lot of MVPs.
There's a lot of MVPs.
Do you have one? Or do you want to mash?
I mean, I have one that comes to my mind first.
Okay.
So I will go with that.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Yes.
Ready?
3.
Well, before we do MVP and shittiest, because you got me thinking,
Sorry.
I wanted to do Coach Corner.
Yes, let's do it.
Okay. Do you have a favorite coaching moment?
I think it's Coach in general in this episode, especially with his speech to the boys.
Yeah.
Just his attitude was, he was like kind of like, he was calm.
I also really liked his moment with Vince when everybody left. And it was like this unsaid coaching moment of Vince just saying, I don't know if I can do this for you. I don't know if I can beat them for you.
Right. He's like, you're putting a lot of pressure on this game. And I know that. And I don't think I can perform. And Landry the same way. He's like, I can't do any of this. Please stop putting so much pressure on me. And Coach is like, no, you got this.
Yeah. And Coach says to Vince, like, do you have a place to go to tonight for dinner?
Yeah.
And when he says his mom, and then he's like, are you sure about that? Because Coach would have invited Vince to dinner.
Absolutely.
And so I love that.
And he's like, are you sure you're going to your mom's? Like, he knows what's up in that
and also,
regard.
I don't want you to be by yourself.
Yeah. I just loved, like I said before, his tone was just very like easy in this episode, where normally, he's yelling at them to do whatever. Like when he's coaching, he's yelling. But in this episode, like he smiled a few times when like he was telling Vince a play, and I'm like, what the hell? He's like, did you take some pills or something? Like it was it was refreshing to see. I really liked it.
Well, last week was so stressful. I mean, he broke the telephone.
Yeah, he was so upset.
Well,
as one would be.
Yeah. Okay, we can go to MVP and shittiest.
Okay,
now.
I think I have my MVP. I
All
might
right.
change it.
Okay.
Ready?
3, 2, 1,
Tammy.
Okay, so
Nice.
we had votes across the board for Tim. We also had a vote for Tammy.
I was proud of her decision, as I am with Tim.
Yeah.
He is doing the real right thing, and unfortunately it sucks that you have to do time, or potentially, but you did a mistake and now you have to own it.
But he didn't. It's not his fault. He's taking the blame.
I mean, it's partially his fault.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have.
Obviously, we know he was persuaded by Billy.
Of course. But Billy would have went. Since it's like none of this. Like Billy says that before Tim decides, like, I'm sorry, Tim, you were involved, but like you actually, like you're the face, but it wasn't really you.
Right.
Yeah. Do you have a shittiest? Because I struggled with a shittiest, even though across the board everybody sent in. There was 2 choices people sent.
Was one Matt?
No, but that's the one I chose.
Because I feel like it's Matt.
Okay, people chose Billy.
No, I mean,
and Joe.
Yes.
I mean,
that fly, get him out of here. He's gone.
Matt.
No. I am just still bothered by you.
I know. Same.
I am not over it. I can't imagine how Julie would be over it.
This was going off in the chat too, and I said this when we were watching. I don't know why people don't like Julie. She really has been good, and she's been doing
this season.
Herself.
She shined a lot in this season.
I don't know. Maybe Becky like took over.
Yeah, I feel like this was definitely the best season of Julie, in my opinion.
You not season 1? You loved Julie in season 1.
Did I?
Yes.
It's
yes.
Maybe. I don't remember. It's been so long. But yeah, I appreciate these storylines that are not involving men and that are involving her finally figuring out what is right for herself.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, me and you're the only ones who picked Matt for shittiest.
Wow.
I guess it's hard to be like we keep saying. It's hard to be mad at Matt Saracen.
I know, but I am.
I know. Can't get over it. Yeah. All right, let's go into a booster of the week. Who's our Lion booster list?
Booster of the week. You're a total booster.
Our Lion booster is Brendan.
Brendan.
Hello,
hey.
Brendan. Welcome to the fam. Please let us know why you came, what made you decide to join our little Patreon family. We just wanted to shout you out to say thank you and welcome, and we're excited to getting to know you.
Yes.
So please reach out and let us know who you are.
Thanks for coming.
Please.
Happy to have you. Okay, so emoji for this episode. I was thinking a trophy or a turkey.
Yeah.
Unless you have a better one.
Let's do a turkey. That would be funny.
Right?
We haven't done a turkey for this show, at least, right?
I don't think so. This is like the first
it's the first holiday ever.
I know. Seriously. All right. So if you made it this far, you know what to do with your little turkey emoji. Stick it in an Apple Podcast review. If you haven't already, please consider leaving us a review and rating us 5 stars. We give you that turkey to prompt you. You can put that in the title. Just send a bunch of turkeys. Whatever you want. There you go. There's your inspiration. You can also send it in the DMs. We love when you guys do that in the Discord and the email. We just want to know you made it this far and that you're listening.
Yes, please.
Thank you. So you've made lots of predictions, Liz. Like, if I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I do have to give you the episode title for next week. And you can do what you like if you like to add anything to it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, like we keep saying, we are not taking any breaks. We are going right into season 5. Next week's episode is titled Season 5, Episode 1, Expectations.
Oh, okay.
You live in Texas now. You love the game of football. You just don't know it yet. Coach Taylor.
Okay, so this is someone that's coming from out of state. Is it part of Coach's family? Because we never saw anyone from Coach's family. I would love to see a brother, sister, mom, dad, uncle, something.
Okay.
Because we got Tammy's family, but we never got Coach's family.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't think of honestly anyone else that it would be other than that, especially for Coach to say it to them. Yeah.
So there's,
Wow.
you predicted there'll be a time jump.
Time jump.
Tim will still be in jail, but he'll get out, but he'll get out, as you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Coach's family's going to come visit.
Someone at least. Yeah.
Okay. Will we get graduation?
I hope so. I was just thinking that, like,
you know, Julie and Landry, seniors.
are we going to get, maybe we'll open up the end of, oh, wow. That could go a lot of different ways now that I'm thinking about it, because we have our OG teens, which are Julie and Landry, that have been with us since season 1. And what a gratification it would be to see them actually graduate from high school. Because did we see any of the other ones really graduate? No, it's just been like past that time. So it'd be nice to see a little graduation. I don't know if we're going to get that like now or if we're going to get that at the end of the season, you know, but then I feel like I would love to see where we go after they graduate. So I'm torn there. So I'll just say 6 months, it's summer, it's about to be, yeah, that makes sense. If it's 6 months, it'll be about April or May, and they'll be about to graduate, and we'll find out if they're going to college at all, if Julie decides she's going to do the Habitat for Humanity thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Is Zach Guilford considered like a guest star at all in next season?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not on the island.
I didn't think he was, but I just didn't know how much of like him we would utilize because it seems like now that he's sort of back, maybe we'll utilize him a little bit more. I mean, he's not back,
He's
obviously.
not really back, though. Yeah.
But we did see him with Landry. Obviously, we'll be after that. Yeah. Okay. I'll just say 6 months. Tim's been in jail. They're going to graduate from high school very soon. And that's where we start the season. And then we'll see how everything unravels towards the middle to end.
That sounds great. Yeah. I watched it and I
You're
was
like, I don't even know.
I was like, Aunt, I don't remember any of this. And then I told him and he was like, what? And I was like, I know. However.
Is this a new character alert?
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do I know this actor or actress?
I don't know. Probably.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Probably.
But I cried my eyes out. Like the feels were coming. And even today, because I'm a week ahead on my notes and I'm writing my notes in a coffee shop today. And I'm just like, like it just hits you in the feels.
Oh,
hits you in the
this show always hits in the feels.
But it's really good. I just was so surprised how much it hit me in the feels and also how much I didn't remember because even though we've watched now 1 through 4 together for this podcast, technically season 5 is the last season I watched with Anthony of the show.
Right, it's the most
recent. So you would think it would be fresh. I'm like, what the frick? But
wow, okay.
I'm very excited we're going into 5 as quick as we are.
Me too. I'm looking forward to 5. I've heard it's a lot of people's faves.
It's great. It's really
so overall though, I liked where this season was going. I don't necessarily think it was my favorite though. Like towards the end, it got a little weird.
Sure.
With stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's obviously season 2, definitely the worst.
Yeah.
Season 1 is like, it's the first. So how do you really top that? Season 3, I feel like I remember being good. Mm-hmm. Then we had like, the weird stuff in season 3. That's when we met JD and stuff, right? Well, yeah, I feel like I liked 3. 1, then 3, 4, then 2, and we'll see. Maybe 5 will be on the top. I don't know.
And I think also just for 4 coming in with a new cast of characters, it was done so well.
Yes, it was done the best way it could have been.
In that situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, last but not least, we do have Will's Football Poetry Corner. Going for 2. When the offense goes for 2, they decide against kicking the extra point and try to score a 2-point try from their own 2-yard line. When Landry struggles kicking extra points, coach decides to go for 2. Jess is going for 2 boys.
Yeah.
In parentheses, until she decides that Vince is the one for her at Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, Reagan's may be going away for 2 years or more.
Ooh, good one.
Well, so good. Thank you.
Always good. Always good.
Well, Liz,
that's a wrap.
Cheers, my love. Another season
is down.
Oh, good.
Wow.
Amazing.
The show flew by.
I know. It really did.
We only have 13 weeks left of this podcast, guys.
It's like a semester.
It's a semester. We'll be done. I think I slated like...
It's the second week of September.
Yeah.
Yep. So stay with us. You have us for the summer.
We're here for the summer.
Yeah.
We have some other treats coming for the summer.
We sure do.
So stay tuned.
Looking forward to that.
At Total Betty Podcast Network.
Yes. Thank you to our patrons in the chat tonight.
Thank you
and
all.
watching us live. If you're interested in live podcasts and stuff like that, check out our Patreon.
I just would like to read the potential Apple podcast review from Mike. Just like a turkey on Thanksgiving, I am so thankful for this podcast. And listen, Michelle, they made every episode feel like you were at Thanksgiving dinner with family.
So sweet. So again...
It's very easy.
If you're enjoying us and you listen on Apple Podcasts and you haven't already, please consider leaving us a review and a rating. It means so much to us and we appreciate you. Thank you so much for listening and downloading and subscribing and all of the things, sending your notes, your comments, your questions. You can email us at talkintexasforever@gmail.com. Come back next week.
We'll be
discussing Season 5, Episode 1, Expectations.
Thank you so much for listening to Talking Texas Forever, a Friday Night Lights podcast. You can email us at talkingtexasforever@gmail.com. If you're interested in seeing what we do with this show and all of our others, head over to Instagram and search Total Betty Podcast Network.
This has been a Total Betty podcast, produced and edited by Michelle Rubenstein and Alyssa Tenio. Music by Anthony Bacora.